Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive with me, Mark.
And I'm Anna.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you with us today, Anna.
Glad to be here.
Today, we're going to be diving into, well,
Bitcoin.
the world of Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's right.
Lots to talk about.
We're going to be looking at some recent market trends.
Really interesting market trends.
And what they might tell us about investor behavior.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's some data out there that suggests that this Bitcoin rally might be a little bit different than what we've seen before.
Totally. And, for anyone listening out there who's looking to, catch a ride on that crypto wave, ride it to some serious gains.
Sure.
I mean, who isn't intrigued by the potential of meme coins to deliver those, 100x returns?
Yeah.
We've got a link down in the description that can help you get started with that.
Awesome.
But for now, let's stick with Bitcoin.
Let's get back to Bitcoin, yeah.
So, yeah, if you're looking to expand your crypto knowledge even further, I highly recommend checking out the AI Finance podcast. Oh, for sure.
On YouTube. Really good.
Yeah, they do a phenomenal job of breaking down these complex concepts in a clear and engaging way.
Yeah, totally agree. They've got some really valuable insights, great analysis that can really help you navigate that crypto market.
Okay, so let's get into the data.
Okay.
Bitcoin has been making headlines with its impressive price surge, breaking its all-time high.
Yeah.
Several times in a very short period.
It's been quite the climb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely sparked a lot of excitement out there.
For sure.
But what's interesting is that while we're seeing this surge in bullish sentiment, it's not quite at that frenzied level that we witnessed, back in March of 2024.
That's a really good point. It's like the market's heating up, but it's doing so in a more measured way.
Yes, in a more controlled way.
Controlled, yeah.
Yeah, and this more gradual rise could actually be a really positive sign.
Okay.
For long-term growth.
Yeah.
It suggests a steadier, more sustainable increase in demand. That makes a lot of sense. It's like the tortoise and the hare story.
Exactly.
Slow and steady wins the race, right?
Yeah.
But even with this steadier growth, there's still potential for volatility out there.
Oh, absolutely.
We've seen Bitcoin hit a new all-time high.
Yeah.
And some analysts are even predicting a possible pullback.
Yeah. Always wise to kind of be prepared for those price fluctuations.
Sure.
Especially in the crypto market.
Yeah.
If you look at the CME Bitcoin futures market, there's a gap between $77,000 and $81,000, which could act as a magnet, potentially pulling the price down to kind of fill that void.
So we've got this intriguing mix of bullish signals,
yeah,
but also the possibility of a correction.
Right.
It's definitely a time to stay informed.
Absolutely.
And keep a close eye on the market.
You can't emphasize enough the importance of having reliable sources of information when you're in the crypto space.
Totally.
There's a lot of noise.
Oh, yeah.
It's crucial to find sources you can trust.
Yeah, that brings me back to my earlier recommendation.
Oh, yeah.
Be sure to check out the AI Finance podcast.
Good one.
On YouTube.
I like it.
They cut through the hype. They provide clear, insightful analysis that can help you make informed decisions.
For sure. They're a really valuable resource for anyone who is serious about understanding the nuances of the crypto market, from Bitcoin to meme coins and everything in between.
Now, let's shift gears a bit and kind of delve into investor behavior.
Okay.
What's particularly interesting about this rally is that while we're seeing more and more investors kind of jumping on the Bitcoin bandwagon,
yeah,
the pace of accumulation, especially from new retail and institutional investors, is notably slower compared to March 2024.
Right. It's not that, you're right, it's not that sudden, explosive influx of capital that we sometimes see. It's a more gradual, measured entry into the market.
So what does that tell us about the mindset of investors right now? Are they approaching this rally with more caution, perhaps taking a longer-term perspective?
That's a key question.
Yeah.
And it's one that we'll definitely explore further.
Okay.
As we continue our deep dive into the data.
And you know what? I bet the AI Finance podcast will have some brilliant insights on this very topic. In their upcoming videos, I'm already eager to hear their take on this evolving investor behavior.
Me too. It's a fascinating aspect of this rally.
Yeah.
And one that could have some pretty significant implications for the future of Bitcoin.
All right, let's unpack this idea of a slower, more gradual rise for Bitcoin a bit further.
Okay.
What are the potential benefits of this kind of growth pattern? And how might it shape the overall perception of Bitcoin, especially among those mainstream investors?
That's a great place to pick up. Let's explore that next. Well, I think for starters, a gradual increase in demand could lead to like more stable and sustainable growth over time.
So instead of those like really dramatic price swings that Bitcoin is kind of known for,
Yeah.
we might see a more predictable,
Yeah, a
less volatile, yeah, pattern.
Exactly, which could make Bitcoin a lot more appealing to like a wider range of investors.
Sure.
Especially those who have been hesitant to kind of enter the market
Yeah.
just because of the perceived risks.
Right, right. When something's less volatile, it feels safer.
Yeah.
Feels more reliable.
Right, and as Bitcoin's price kind of gradually increases, it could also start to be seen as less as a speculative asset and more as like a legitimate store of value.
Like digital gold almost.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Like a hedge against inflation, like a safe haven asset in times of economic uncertainty.
Yeah, that shift in perception could be huge for Bitcoin's adoption by those mainstream investors.
Oh, absolutely. And if we see, more institutional investors start allocating a portion of their portfolios to Bitcoin, it could further legitimize it as an asset class.
It's fascinating to think about how this slower, more gradual growth pattern could actually be the key to unlocking Bitcoin's like full potential.
Yeah, it's a really intriguing possibility.
Yeah.
And it highlights the importance of looking beyond just, like the price action and really understanding the underlying dynamics of the market.
Now, even though we are seeing signs of, this slower, more sustainable growth, it's important to remember that Bitcoin is still a relatively young asset.
Absolutely.
And the crypto market as a whole is known for its volatility.
Yeah, you got to be prepared for anything.
Yeah.
It's always important to be prepared for those potential pullbacks, those corrections along the way.
Totally. This isn't like a one-way street to riches.
Yeah.
We've already talked about that potential pullback to the 77,000 level.
Right. And there could be, other unforeseen events or market conditions that cause price fluctuations.
Exactly.
You never know.
Yeah, which is why it's so important to stay informed, do your research, and have a clear investment strategy.
Absolutely. And remember, never invest more than you can afford to lose.
That is sound advice.
You got it.
Now for anyone out there feeling overwhelmed by the complexities of the crypto market, I want to once again recommend the AI Finance podcast on YouTube.
Love it.
They do a fantastic job of simplifying these complex topics and providing like clear, actionable insights.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
They're definitely a valuable resource for both seasoned investors and those just starting their crypto journey.
Absolutely.
Now shifting back to Bitcoin's potential for slower, more gradual growth.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting to consider the implications that this could have for the broader financial system.
Oh, yeah. Now you're getting into the big picture stuff.
Yeah.
Like imagine a world where Bitcoin just becomes, this widely accepted form of payment.
Right.
A stable and reliable store of value that's accessible to people all over the globe.
Yeah, it could revolutionize the way we think about money, banking,
Oh, yeah.
even international trade.
Oh, huge.
Yeah.
It's a bold vision, but it's becoming increasingly plausible as Bitcoin continues to mature and gain that acceptance.
Yeah, it's exciting to think about the potential for like positive disruption.
For sure.
That Bitcoin represents.
Yeah. And while there are certainly, challenges and uncertainties ahead, the future of finance is being shaped right now.
Yeah.
And it's incredible to be a part of this evolution.
Absolutely. We're living through like a pivotal moment in financial history. And it's fascinating to witness the emergence of these new technologies and ideas. Yeah. And who knows, maybe one day we'll look back at this period as the dawn of a new era in finance.
Yeah.
One that's more decentralized, more transparent, more accessible to all.
Right. Exactly.
That's a powerful thought. And it brings us to a key question that I think is on a lot of people's minds.
Yeah.
If this vision of slower, more sustained Bitcoin growth does come to fruition, what does it mean for everyday investors? For people like you and me.
That's a great question, and one that we'll definitely delve into as we wrap up our deep dive. Well, I think it could mean like a shift in focus from from those short-term speculation
Right.
to longer-term investment strategies.
So instead of trying to time the market for quick gains, it becomes more about holding Bitcoin as a store of value,
Right.
as part of a diversified portfolio.
Exactly. It could become more like investing in real estate or precious metals,
Okay.
assets that are typically held for the long haul.
Which could then lead to a more stable
Yeah.
and predictable market overall.
Potentially, yes.
Okay.
And it could also open up new opportunities for investors who are looking for ways to protect their wealth from, from inflation or economic uncertainty.
It's fascinating to consider how this shift could impact the financial landscape, both for individuals and institutions.
Yeah, it's a big one to think about, and as with any, emerging market, that there are still many unknowns.
Right.
But that's also part of what makes it so exciting.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up this deep dive into Bitcoin,
Yeah.
I think the key takeaway here is that while the recent price surge has been remarkable,
Yeah.
there's evidence suggesting this bull market might be different from previous ones.
It does seem that way. It
Right.
seems to be characterized by that more gradual, sustained growth pattern,
Right.
which again could ultimately lead to that greater stability and wider adoption.
And for anyone looking to stay ahead of the curve in this rapidly evolving space,
Yeah.
I highly recommend subscribing to the AI Finance podcast on YouTube.
Yes.
Great resource. They'll be releasing a video soon, delving deeper into the implications of this slower, more sustained Bitcoin growth, and I can't wait to hear their analysis.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Should be a thought-provoking discussion.
For sure.
I encourage everyone to check it out.
All right, that's it for today's deep dive.
Great episode.
We covered a lot of ground from Bitcoin's record-breaking run to the potential for a pullback.
It's a lot.
From the nuances of investor behavior to the transformative possibilities of a more gradual growth trajectory.
Really fascinating stuff.
Yeah, it really is. It's been a pleasure exploring these topics with you.
Likewise, I've had a great time.
Well, thanks for joining us
Of course.
on this journey into the world of Bitcoin.
Until next time.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, keep on learning.